And just like everybody predicted, after 13 weeks, the Broncos and Bears are number one in their respective conferences. Everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Bo Nix and
good.
Caleb Williams, the two best quarterbacks in the league, and nobody can tell us otherwise.
Yeah. Bears did put belt to tush. Yeah, we have so much to talk about. We got the Black Friday game in which the Chicago Bears put up nearly 300 rushing yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, they whooped them. You got last night's game where you had the Broncos and the freaking Commanders go toe to toe. It came down to a 2-point conversion attempt in overtime. Broncos now number one seed, as the Patriots are going to be playing tonight. You got the Rams losing to the Panthers. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know, man.
I know.
The league is upside down. I thought maybe, okay, maybe we don't. We have no idea.
This is the most predictable the NFL has ever been.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you believe in something, you will be proven wrong.
It's true.
That's all there is. As soon as you think something is true, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You figured it out. Let's move on to 2026, guys. Because who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? You're fucking wrong.
Wrong.
You're wrong. Whoever you just thought of in your brain, wrong.
Bears.
Wrong.
Good.
Packers. Ooh, wrong.
No, you didn't think about them. You didn't think about them. You didn't think about them. No. But by the way, less than 2 weeks until Brandon and I are mortal enemies.
Oh, God.
First things first, I'm the realist. But second, Packers Bears are on Sunday. And that game has just gotten a little bit more spicy. They got to play twice. And of course, I think that Saturday game that they're going to be playing, we're going to be doing our fundraiser. I'm pretty sure that they're going to knock that into prime time because I don't think they're going to be picking the Commanders Eagles over that. So
I don't know. Commanders play pretty exciting football from what I can see. If you learned anything this week with the Panthers upsetting the Rams, and anything is possible, I think there are a handful of there's a few bad teams out there, but I think the teams in normal years where we're like, they're not good. I just don't think that's true. I think every team that might not have the best record is still a competitive football team. And
like the Vikings.
They're a lot. Well, the Vikings had a third-string quarterback who was undrafted playing for them, okay? They've got a good excuse. At least Vikings fans got a good excuse in there. It's just and it's not just the Broncos. There's so many teams. It's they're frauds. They're frauds. They're frauds. I don't know, man. It's just a weird year. I think there's a lot of good football. I think this is one of the best seasons of football I've watched week in and week out through week 13. I feel good about the Broncos. And I know not everybody wants to feel good about them, but I do. And the defense did not play its best game. But that's okay because they still found a way to win, Tom. They're a resilient team. And now we got the Patriots tonight. They're playing a weird, wild Giants team.
Yeah, who knows the Giants, man.
Dart coming back. And I don't know if that gives the Giants a better chance to win than with Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston played one of his best games the last time we saw the Giants, and they still lost. So, who knows? Just embrace the chaos at this point.
That's how many regular season games we have left.
5. Well.
So you can win ugly all the way into the playoffs, right? We are, I think, at the point, and again, Brandon, is someone who has been doing this longer than I have been doing this, right? So 10 plus years, we both have been doing this. I don't think coming out of week 13, we are still, I don't know.
Yeah. At least with the two top teams,
Nope.
A week ago, you're it's the Rams. They finally pulled away. And then Carolina goes in there. And here's another funny comparison. Bryce Young and Jordan Love this week both threw 2 touchdowns on 4th down, Tom. 4th down, Young, Love, just unstoppable.
Young Love is always unstoppable.
And Matthew Stafford, who in losing to the Panthers did 2 very funny things. First, he passed Tom Brady for most touchdowns thrown without a pick. 28 touchdowns in a row, no interceptions.
Yep.
And then immediately followed that by throwing 2 interceptions and fumbling. And that was the difference in the game.
Correct.
What the fuck?
Because they were driving at the end, too, in which he just sacked and got that fumble because they could have, at the bare minimum, tied that football game.
Yeah. Strip sacked. Boom.
And for the Rams, I'm not overly concerned because they're still a very good football team. But I think this just continues the narrative and theme we've seen this season of every single team is beatable. And it is just week by week, man, which makes these playoffs, holy crap, man. The fact that we're going to see these matchups and go, all right, they just need to show up on one day, which is why the NFL playoffs are so much fun. It really feels like it's anybody's year. And that's what makes it really exciting. And Mac, yeah, of course you have to worry about the Bears. Yeah, I mean, it's when I see the fact that I have to be on here for weeks and weeks and weeks and defend the Bears and be like, yeah, they have a good team, man. Like the fact that they have progressed, their coaching is good, and now they just freaking ran all over the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not going to be a walk in the park. No, I feel good about the Packers. Don't get me wrong, but dude, who knows? Let's see on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears have something.
I know Devontae Wyatt
right now that is very hard to defeat, and that is a dangerous run game and an opportunistic defense. Let me show you something about the Chicago Bears. And the Bears are like they're another team like the Broncos who they get criticized even when they win, and it's starting to get annoying at this point in the season. But here we go. Look at this shit. Look at Chicago with a plus 17 turnover differential.
Yep.
They've got 17 picks on the season, 9 fumbles. And Caleb Williams, 5 picks. And the Bears have 4 fumbles. Like, and you can run for 200 in a game? That is a hard team to beat.
Correct.
The Texans are a tough team to beat, and they have a terrible run game.
Yeah.
Here's what's scary about my Broncos. We're winning with a -3 turnover differential. Now you want to go down and find some bad teams? There you go. Boom. Boom.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said the Commanders look like a bad team.
They have been, but they played good football last night.
Yeah.
Would you disagree?
No, they did play good football.
Yeah. That's why
I think the most surprising thing
could be bad. They could play a good game.
I think the surprising thing was the Broncos defense didn't play better than I anticipated.
Whatever their game plan was, it was wrong.
But yeah, I want to talk about Carolina because I think after last Monday, I was very down on Carolina after they lost to the 49ers because Brock Purdy was like, here you go. Here are 3 gifts, 3 interceptions in the first half, and Carolina did diddly squat with it. Yeah. And so because they weren't able to knock off the 49ers, I was like, all right, well, maybe that's done now. But then they go and beat the Rams. Bryce Young had a nice day. 15 for 20, 206 yards, had 3 touchdowns on the day, which is what you wanted to see him follow up that nearly 450-yard performance 2 weeks ago. You like to see him do that against the 49ers, especially their secondary. But dude, holy cow. I mean, they had 164 rushing yards. So that worked out. And it was Hubbard who had the majority of the carries, of the majority of yards. And Coker, you were talking about Coker a few weeks ago.
I love me some Coker. The Cokeheads are out strong.
Oh, yes, they are.
And that was one of Purdy's 4th down touchdowns, was that 33-yarder to Coker. Like, if you're scoring on 4th down, I mean, that one, your coach has confidence in your offense. I think it takes something out of the defense you're playing to. It's a little demoralizing. Unlike last week, you're right. They capitalized on the mistakes this time. Michael Jackson had another pick in this game. Nick Scott, I think, had the other one for Carolina. They're not the best team, but they are a good team. If Carolina wins that division and gets into the playoffs, they just beat the best team in the NFC. So who could they play and you not expect an upset? Nobody.
They beat the Packers, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Rams, and
they've lost to the Saints. They're a confusing team. Is who the Panthers are. But I think if they would have won one or two games earlier in the season, we'd have said this makes sense because last year they corrected. They started to feel like they were getting it together.
Yeah.
This season, a little disappointing early, but I think they're finally building off what they started last year. Getting Coker back is important. Teteroa McMillan is just good. I think he scored the other touchdown on 4th down. And Xavier Legette is finally getting a little more consistently involved in the offense. So, yeah, it's like they just outplayed the Rams, like plain and simple. There's nothing weird about the game. You're not going, oh, yeah, they kind of got away with it. They just outplayed LA.